Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 3 has finally returned, and it proves yet again why it's called a masterpiece. The first half aired as a 1 hour special on Saturday. There were still some foreshadowings or rather events in the past that you didn't even notice were there or just dismissed them until you watched this 1 hour special. In this video, I'm going to discuss those moments and will break down what happened in this part. So stay tuned for that. Greetings, lords and ladies. 7 blessings to you. Welcome to Ultimate Book Maniacs, the one stop for book and TV series reviews. Part 3 of the final season had everything in it. It had some truly horrifying, sad, and heartbreaking moments, but it also had some sweet and hopeful moments. Since we are going to discuss the whole episode, there will be spoilers for part 3. I haven't read the manga, so any predictions I'll make will be completely based on the anime. And if you want to discuss the manga spoilers, please add spoiler alert in the comments. So, let's begin. The first foreshadowing that I want to discuss, or rather the event that you might have missed, back when Eren and the gang visited Marley for the first time, you can see everyone except Eren had been enjoying themselves. At that time, I thought it was because Eren remembered Marley from Grisha's memories and was sad about what had happened to Grisha. But this episode reveals that Eren was upset because he knew he was going to have to murder all these innocent people someday. And that was the reason why he felt sad when everyone else was having fun. Right after the meeting with Azuma Bito, and right before Eren asks Mikasa why does she care about him so much, Eren walks the streets and thinks about how he is going to destroy everything in the future. This scene was so brilliant. I never even wondered how Eren ended up with the kid, Ramsey, the one who stole from Sasha and Levi, or why Eren was crying before Mikasa reached him. And in this episode, I finally realized he was crying because he just saved the kid he was going to kill in the future. I know it's pretty obvious, but I feel like Eren is just doing what he saw in the memories of his future self. I got the feeling he's just doing the things he saw because he thinks he has no choice. In his head, this will happen, so he has to do it. Am I making any sense? Eren thinks it's already determined that I will kill them. I imagine we never found a way for Paradis Island to survive. So instead of trying to find a way, he just follows along. When Ramsey was getting beaten up, Eren remembered that scene and assumed he most likely saved this kid. It shows that Eren doesn't remember all the details. Eren tries to change the future by walking away, but ends up saving Ramsey eventually. And he takes it as proof that the future can't be changed. But Eren knows in his heart what he will do in the future is wrong, and that's why he cried and apologized to Ramsey and later gave his friends full freedom to stop the rumbling by killing him. At the very end, even Armin asks Eren, "Once we drag you out of there, in what way are you free?" It just shows how helpless Eren feels. He doesn't have any other way to protect his friends. He can't stop himself, nor can he give the founding titan to anyone else. So he is depending on his friends to take him out and stop the rumbling. Third, the Armin and Annie moment. After seeing the horrible deaths of Ramsey, his brother, and millions of innocent people, it was really nice to see a sweet moment between Armin and Annie among all that death and destruction. But I still couldn't help but wonder, would Armin still feel the same if he hadn't gotten the colossal titan? What do you think? Anyway, I love how Armin can still feel hope after everything that has happened. That there is still something good out there when all Eren sees is hopelessness. Hope. That's something you really need to get through the darkest moments. And I think Levi also saw that in Armin with their dreams to travel and everything. And that's why he chose to save Armin instead of Erwin. Fourth, Hanji's death. Watching Hanji die was really heartbreaking, but I also understand why it had to be done. That scene was just as epic as Erwin's last moments. But Hanji died fighting the Titans, and her death meant something. The music alone drove the pain home. It was so beautiful. At least we know she is now with her fallen comrades, and she is at peace. It's kind of like what Fugaku told Itachi, that their suffering will be over. The living are the ones who feel the pain. I kind of feel bad for Levi, who had to watch yet another comrade die. Levi is the only older member left from his generation now. I don't know if I am the only one, but I kind of shipped Hanji and Levi, and I really wish they could have had some happy moments together before she died. What about you? Did anyone else ship Hanji with Levi? By the way, despite everything, I feel like Armin becoming the 15th commander of the scout regiment makes sense. Ever since he came up with the plan to use Eren to kill pure titans, it felt like he was heading in this direction. Especially now that they have to confront Eren, no one would be better suited for this position than Armin. The next thing I want to discuss is the part where they discuss how the female titan can manifest powers by swallowing parts of other titans. I don't remember that part from the anime. Maybe it was there and I missed it, but if it wasn't, I really wish they had mentioned it before. By the way, I think Falco can control the birds. In this part, Gabi says the female titan can manifest a titan's powers by taking in parts of other titans. And because Falco drank Zeke's spinal fluid, he sees a memory of Zeke flying through the clouds. I don't think Zeke can remember or even see the future like Eren does, so I doubt it's a view of them watching down from the founding titan's body. I think it's Zeke controlling a bird or looking through a bird's eyes or something, because Falco says he feels like he can do it as well. If you are a manga reader, please let me know if I'm right about this or not. At least that was my interpretation of this scene. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Then we come to the part where the Marleyan airships are defeated by Eren and a Marleyan leader finally admits their mistake. It was really satisfying to watch the Marleyan leader finally admit that they had been wrong, that the fault lies with the adults. He admitted that they took advantage of hate and instilled and fostered it and dumped all of their problems on the island of devils, and that hatred has come back to bite them in the ass. He vows to never repeat this mistake if they survive this somehow. But I don't know why, I have a really hard time believing that this will happen. Even if they do survive this, I can't really imagine anyone letting go of their hatred. I think it will be the opposite. Next, Eren versus Armin and gang. It was so epic to see Armin, Mikasa, Reiner, etc. arrive and finally take on the Beast Titan and Eren, especially after how easily the Marleyan airships were defeated. I really hope everyone will appreciate them trying to save the world. It feels really tragic because Eren is doing all this to protect the very friends who have come to stop him. He is also trusting them to stop him and put an end to all of this. I don't know about others, but I can't see Eren surviving this ordeal, because even if he did survive somehow, the whole world would want his head. I can't blame Eren for wanting to protect the people he loves, even if what he is doing is wrong. Eren is still the same person in his heart. His motives are still the same. In his mind, it's kill or be killed. I really wish Game of Thrones had an ending like this. Do you think there could have been another way out of this? What do you think they could have done differently when the whole world was out to get them? So that's all we saw in the first half of final season part 3. The second half of part 3 will be released in autumn 2023. According to the rumors I've heard, it will be released in October 2023, but I can't be sure that it will be October. So, what did you think about the first half of the final season part 3? What do you think about Eren's choice? Do you think there was another way? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, please hit the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.